Welcome YouTubers. Here we are in a remote spot in Scotland, where a magnificent stately mansion house is quietly decaying. This huge mansion was built in the 1820s and has 22 bedrooms, 5 separate buildings and 700 acres of land. There is no noticeable damage or crumbling to the exterior to suggest anything of the famous lives that once lived inside. But the interior points to a decade-long love story after it was bought by the second Duke of Westminster, known as the richest man in Europe and a trailblazing fashion designer. It was one of many properties owned by Hugh Grosvenor, and in 1923 he was often joined here by his French lover Gabrielle Chanel, better known as Coco, whom he met at a dinner in Monte Carlo in 1920. Chanel was becoming one of the world's most recognisable clothes designers, and the Duke was Britain's richest man. She got the name Coco when she was put to work as a seamstress at the age of 20, and took the name Coco from a song she liked to sing in a cafe patronised by cavalry officers. The Duke was married to his second wife at the time, and after months of wooing Chanel, they began an affair. The house has not been lived in for more than 60 years and is now in a poor state of repair. It will now require millions of pounds spent on a full restoration, and when ready it could be returned to a stunning family home or converted into a luxury hotel. The super wealthy landowner would spend his summers at the property with the fashion designer, with whom he had an affair with between 1923 and 1929. Miss Chanel would love to fish in the estate's river, catching more than 50 salmon, according to former Prime Minister Winston Churchill, who stayed with her at the property in 1928 while he recuperated following an illness. Coco was given free rein to redecorate the house, in which she redesigned the whole of the building's interior, making the property unique in the UK, and despite leaving the home 85 years ago, several rooms still carry her work, including fragments of wallpaper. The French designer painstakingly decorated each room based on the look of her Paris apartment, making the property unique in the UK. It remains the only known house in Scotland with an interior by Chanel. It is thought that the Duke and Miss Chanel were introduced in 1923 when the fashion designer was 40. The Duke is said to have lavished her with expensive gifts, extravagant jewels, and costly art, and even provided her with a home in London's prestigious Mayfair. However, he is thought to have been devastated when she turned down his proposal of marriage, when she reportedly said, "There have been several Duchesses of Westminster, but there is only one Chanel." I hope you guys enjoy the rest of this video, as it was a beautiful place to explore. With so many rooms that I nearly got lost inside here, as most of the rooms led off to another section of the building, so half the time you are going round in circles. Thanks for taking the time to enjoy this explore with me. And remember to hit that like and subscribe button, as it means a lot. Until next time.